A deep wound of 30 years in South Caucasus, Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict bled afresh in 2022 when Azerbaijani forces cut into Armenia proper and deployed their forces on internationally recognized Armenian territory. Azerbaijani forces shelled 36 residential areas and communities unprovoked, including towns of Goris, Jermuk, Vartenis, Kapan and Geramasar, deep within the sovereign territory of Armenia. European Union mission in Armenia was deployed on the Armenia-Azerbaijan border at a critical time for Armenia, after ethnic cleansing in NK, followed by Azerbaijan's offensive against Armenia proper. CSTO, of which Armenia is a member, did de facto not respond to Azeri aggression. After CSTO de facto inaction, Armenian authorities requested EU monitors along the border. Their request was granted.
Mr. Ritter, thank you for this opportunity.
It's a pleasure to talk to you.
When your mission was about to be deployed, many were skeptical that a civilian mission armed with only binoculars will actually affect the stability on the border. Would you say that you succeeded? 4,000 patrols later, is Armenia-Azerbaijan border safer now?
After we completed more than 4,000 patrols now since our starting in February 23, I can tell you that the numbers of incidents and the number of casualties has decreased significantly. Since month we have a real quiet situation at the border and the line of control, and for sure that is also part of our work, that we have this good situation now.
Head of mission says the number of incidents after their deployment has decreased significantly. Obviously, Baku does not want trouble with the West. The mission says they support the EU's efforts to promote peace process between the sides. Not surprisingly though, Baku set up the withdrawal of EUMA from Armenia-Azerbaijan border as a precondition for a peace treaty.
The mission's mandate is about to end in February 2025. Do you have an agreement with the Armenian government? Are you staying? Will the term of your stay be expanded?
When I talk to members of the Armenian government and to those who have responsibility in this country, I get very clear signals that the Armenian government want us to stay. They appreciate our work, and we have a future here. From the part of Brussels, I can tell you that all the signals I get from there is that the member states see the good working results of this mission. They see that it makes sense that we are here, that we are contributing to the stability of the Southern Caucasus. So I'm quite confident that there will be a new mandate.
You are aware, of course, that there is an Armenia-Azerbaijan negotiation process happening and that Baku has put forth a new precondition, which is the withdrawal of the EU monitors from Armenia-Azerbaijan border. As you noted, the number of incidents has significantly decreased since your deployment. Why would Baku want you to leave?
This you have to ask in Baku. I can only tell you that from my point of view, I don't give Baku any reason to see us as a suspicious or whatever mission. We are doing our patrolling openly, visible for both sides. We are a civilian unarmed mission. We do not harm the peace process, and as long as the Armenian government wants us to stay here and has the opinion that we are contributing to this peace process, I don't see a reason to leave.
Moscow has also been opposing the mission, saying it is part of the US and EU efforts to drive Russia out of the region. How would you comment?
I cannot comment what Moscow is thinking or saying. I can only tell you that we are here on the invitation of the Armenian government after the incidents in September 2022. We were invited by the government in those days, also agreed by the Azerbaijani side to show presence here, to calm down the situation and to report to Brussels about the situation, because Brussels in those days was involved in the peace talks.
The Armenian officials said Azerbaijan may be planning to attack Armenia after COP29. The COP29 climate summit is over. You've been watching the border every day, patrolling. Would you say that there is a risk that there will be an attack?
We don't see any deployment of troops. We don't have any evidence that one or the other side is planning an offensive. So what we see every day in our patrols, and this now since months, is that both sides are fortifying their positions, but it's calm and quiet, and we don't see any evidence at the moment that might change soon.
A certain segment of Armenia-Azerbaijan border has been demarcated. Do you have access to all points of the border?
The mission, the patrols of the mission have access to all points of the border, either marked or not. There is no difference for us at the moment. We can go wherever we are planning, and the Armenian government is granting us free access to all these points.
Mr. Ritter, if we look at the bigger picture, would you say that the deployment of the EU has actually prevented another war in the region?
I'm sure that the deployment of the mission and its activities helped, but we are only one big stone. There are several entities from the European Union, like the EU delegation in Yerevan, the special representative for the South Caucasus, who are contributing together with us in a comprehensive approach to the peace process. But beside this, also the peace talks, the direct peace talks between Azerbaijan and Armenia help preventing a war, and the contribution of the international community as such. So we are one brick stone in a wall to prevent a war.
So the villagers feel safer because you're here?
Yeah, they have the feeling that they are not alone with their concerns, that somebody's taking care, but that also means that we have to manage the expectations. So a lot of them think we are, or thought at the beginning, we are kind of protection force. We have to make clear that we are a civilian unarmed mission that is here to bring some public eye to the conflict and to report to those who are doing the policy in Brussels, but that we are not able to protect them. But by our presence, and even so being unarmed and civilian, we are calming down the situation. Nothing is really happening, so this is something we can contribute to the security and safety feeling of the people.
Tell us more about your routine. What is patrol like?
We are doing per week, we are launching around 40 to 50 patrols. They are launched from our 6 forward operating bases. From the very south we have Kapan, then we have going to the north Goris, we have Jermuk, we have Matuni at the Lake Yerevan, and we have Yerevan in the Tavush region. And here, this area is covered by the forward operating base Yerevan. So every week we are doing patrol plans. Most of them are routine plans, so we are looking where have we been the last week, where haven't we been a long time, it's time again to go there. But there are also visits if something is going on, if we have visitors coming, or if we know that there are have been some incidents, we are picking these areas to go there. Most of the patrols we are launching are unescorted, so that means we go on our own to the line of control and to the villages, but there are also some patrols to the line of control and directly to the border where we are asking for escorts. Escorts either from the border guards or from the Armenian army. These patrols are planned 1 week in advance. We are doing it by a paper where we are asking for escorts, and to guarantee that both sides of the conflict have the same knowledge, the same paper goes through the office of the special representative to Baku, so to notify these escorts so that both sides know next week we launch escorted patrols in this or that area during this time. All the rest we are doing on our own without informing one or the other side. This is one of the areas we are regular patrolling. We are now west of Areni. This valley goes to Yerevan. So we have a few kilometers from here is the border to Yerevan. So we are going regularly here to see if there are any changes, if there are new positions, or if there are any movements. And that is what we are doing. This same way we are doing everywhere. We are looking for observation points where we can see the line of control or the border, and we are observing both sides. We are looking what is the Armenian side doing. We are looking and observing what is the Azerbaijani side doing. If we see something that is alerting us, that is a change, that makes us aware that something is going on, we are reporting this to Brussels. Otherwise, these are routine controls. We are going there from time to time and documenting how was the situation half a year ago, 3 months ago, how is it now? So it's quite routine.
Have there been any incidents that you witnessed?
Few months ago, we were able to witness some exchange of fire, small arms fire. That is also something we reported. But when we arrive, normally it stops, and it's very difficult for us to see who started with the firing. We can witness that there is an exchange of fire, but not who started it. This is also something we are reporting to Brussels. But at the moment, it's quite calm. We have no incidents since weeks or months, so this is patrol now are more to see if with the positions, the fortifications, something is changing. The people here are very happy that we are here because normally, Areni, this is a touristic site, so a lot of foreigners are coming, but we are going to remote areas where normally nobody else is coming. So they are quite happy that we are there. And the difference to others is that we are trying to get in contact with them. So we are stopping on the marketplace, the mayor's office, whatever, and try to engage with them. We are talking with them about their concerns, about their fears. And also we are explaining what we are standing for, what we are doing. Because a lot of them have not quite a real idea what the European Union is, or got their picture about the European Union through Russian TV or whatever. And we try to adjust this a little bit. So that is what we are doing. And now, after nearly 2 years, what we see, the people are still happy, and you saw it, how they are waving at us. Yeah, because they have the feeling when we are here, nothing is happening, everything is quiet. And that is something also my people, it motivates my staff, so they like to go out and patrol.
The EU mission's presence on the border practically suppresses Aliyev's appetite, yet does not kill it. There is also the European Peace Facility and the Commission of Defense, yet sharper tools need to be pulled out of the Western aid toolbox. Will there be enough political will to do so, or less is more is the credo of Western day-to-day changing political jigsaw is yet to be discovered.